If you're on your spiritual journey and you are deeply in love, it doesn't matter whether the person is good for you or bad for you. And I'll explain that it's being in love and allowing love to wake you up is not the same thing as agreeing to a dysfunctional relationship. The problem with humans is we all look at love as some sort of rescue mission or promise, like finally that out there is going to make me whole. When love comes, it actually is trying to make you whole, but not by adding to your life this other human being that's going to make it all right, but by showing you where you have forgotten who you are. Love is such a powerful force, the only force powerful enough to take on your biggest fear, your biggest disconnect. It puts you in front of that one person that, whether good, bad, neutral, appropriate, not appropriate, is not someone you can easily run from. You can refuse a relationship with them, but you know in your heart that at least for that moment in time, there's no one else. Why is that important? Because in those moments when you decide to finally look at what disconnects you from love, you stop running. You allow that aliveness, that connection, to expose places in you that you hold as reality. Where do you see yourself powerless? Where do you see yourself vulnerable? What does love expose you to? What are you scared of? What are you scared about the world seeing about you? And all of that work can happen between your 2 years. So what about the relationship? Because there is that component, right? Love is not just there to tease us. It is a path for us to realizing that connection in the world, manifesting that connection as it plays out in the world of separate things, meaning you and them. Rule number one, you have to know that the love that you feel and the realization of that love is yours. It is going to happen and it is real. It may not happen with that person, but for now, they are your placeholder. They are your, beacon, or whatever, the thing that signals to ships, right, to come to shore. And so you put your focus on them, but you hold the promise of the relationship loosely, the promise of a relationship with them, all the while knowing that you will have the love that you want and desire. Once you have done your inner work, once you have questioned those places, and I guarantee you, those fears, those vulnerabilities, those whatever it is that you are faced with, they have some element of untruth that you haven't seen yet. I'm not saying that they're going to go away completely, but there's going to be something that love or that connection inside of you will expose, burn up, and transform in your internal experience that will not make that fear the weight on the scales, like love or fear, love or fear. It's just going to be something that exists in your world, and nothing is going to be competing with love. When you get to that place, even if you get to that place incrementally, like we all wake up in increments, we don't have to get it all right. You bring that unconditional connection to love into your world and into your relationship, and you focus more on sharing versus borrowing. This is a distinction I like to use a lot, meaning I feel connected to my aliveness. I want to share that with somebody who is also connected to their aliveness, right? I am connected to my peace unconditionally. I want to share that with you. So why even be in a relationship if you're not supposed to enter it from the position of like inner lack? Well, interestingly, if by connecting to your wholeness, you don't really want a relationship, maybe right now is a good time, and it's totally okay not to be in one. But if you look at the nature of things, it's going to be very easy to understand why you may want and have a relationship in which there is an exchange, except the exchange happens only on the level of exchangeable things, meaning your self-worth, not exchangeable. It's yours unconditionally. Your awareness of who you are, your genius, your self-esteem, anything that's supposed to belong to you as a human being that you are supposed to maybe supposed to is not the right word, but if you were left alone, you could have access to those things. That is yours unconditionally. That should not be negotiated. That's that core bottom layer of amplification, right? The top layer of the world of physical form, minds, exchanging things, words, hugs, hands, bodies, that is supposed to be a relationship of I have this, you have that, let's add that together, or let's exchange, or let's help each other out. So it becomes very easy when we slow down and look at love and relationships from the position of what is actually true. Trust yourself, trust love over fear, not to promise or guarantee an outcome, but to show you what is really real.